Really proud of how hard our football team played. I thought the improvement we made defensively was really good from week to week. I think we're getting better. We're very efficient on third downs. We limited them to 4 explosives, so we really cut down UTSA's big plays. The fourth down stop in the fourth quarter to give us a chance to win it at the end was incredible effort, just not on fourth down, but also on third down when it's sitting on a 2-yard line. Tabori McGaskey played his best game as a Rice out at safety. Had the force. He's a young man, had 10 tackles, had the forced fumble where he just took the ball from the running backs. Emmanuel Ellaby continues to play well. Alex Lyons. Still think we've got the 2 best linebackers in the conference. But where I was really pleased was the defensive line. Had a lot of young guys stepping up, making plays. All of them, Blaine Padgett, Carl Thompson, Preston Gordon, Roe Wilkins, Grayson Shantz in there, Brian Womack. Thought they had an outstanding game, had the ability to get 4-man pressure, had a lot of tackles, had a lot of production up front. They were very disruptive. Offensively, we're just inconsistent. And it's just not one. This drive, it may be the quarterback. The next drive, it's maybe the O-line. The next drive, it may be the receivers. We've got to get some consistency over there. We opened the game with a drive for points. We opened the third quarter with a drive with points, and then we go on a 11-play drive with no points, a 10-play drive with no points. We've got to get points at the end of the game, and that's one thing we just got to continue to work over there, is to get some consistency. When we play consistency and everybody does their job, we're a very efficient offense. But we can't have 11-play drives and come away with no points. Special teams this week, obviously Jack Fox is an amazing punter. He put 4 inside the 20, and Hayden Tabola, our field goal kicker, had been very consistent and had those misses this week. It's just it's a tough day for him. He'd been perfect on the season on his PATs and field goals. Once again, we got to have consistency there, and we're going to have we'll open that up for competition between him and Jack Fox this week to see who the field goal kicker is. It's a game we had opportunity to win and just didn't close the deal out. We've been beaten double overtime. We've been beat by 1. We're not a bad football team, and it's my job to get them in a position where we find that point or we win in overtime. And this is my team, my responsibility. We got to find that win. We played Prairie View this week at homecoming. They're playing good football. They're 4-2. They've been beat by Texas A&M and Grambling, but they're solid. They've been explosive offensively. They run every blitz in the book defensively. Coach Simmons done a real nice job there, bringing stability to the program, and their kids play really hard. So we've got to come back this week with a great attitude. We got a 6-game season left, and I'm counting on these seniors to come back and get us to roll again. Once again, it's not effort, which is good news. We just need to get a win, get in the win column. Yeah, in practice all week, you start with receivers. They're catching the ball at high point, and then we get into a game and we may make a circus catch, and then we're dropping to one where we have 2 hands on them, and it's just we've got to somehow continue at practice to create the kind of focus we need where it moves to the game. Even the offensive line, same way. It's everywhere. It's just every drive, it's a different position. You can't say we just got to fix this. We got to fix the consistency on that side of the football. Well, we got to get some competition, and we've got to make sure that we're going to make our competition brings out the best in everybody, and we've got to make sure that Hayden runs in there, that he makes them the next time. And but let me make this point too. It was just not Hayden's missed field goals is why we lost that game. It's you can talk to the team, and they'll tell you we all did something. We dropped this. We had an opportunity for an interception. We had opportunity. We're flying around trying. So it didn't come down to Hayden. It came down to there's a lot of plays in the game. We had opportunity to make them. We didn't make them. Yeah, that's what I said. Had them down to 4 explosives. Thought we tackled well. They'd put a lot of points on Southern Miss, and we held them to 14. We got to get though to where we're playing offense, defense, and special teams consistently, and it can't be one week the offense plays well and the defense doesn't. We need a team. The team's got to be more consistent from week to week. Well, there was 20 seconds left on the clock. The first route's a seven. Those routes are all timed. The first route's a 7-second route. The second was going to be a 5-second. That was an incomplete. The third one was going to be a 5-second. We thought we had 3 seconds. We're going to have 3 seconds on the clock. We had gathered the field goal team, but they weren't sent out. And then we didn't. And we thought we would review and get time on the clock, and that didn't happen in the game. It was just, it was, you can't have somebody run on the sideline, off the sideline, and have that kind of confusion. And we got to get that straight too. That's on me. The punt, UTSA punted to us, and looked like it hit one of their players first, and then hit us, and they ruled that that it touched us first, and they awarded the ball to UTSA. Well, we rep that every week at practice, though. It's not, we do a 2-minute scenario usually at the end of every practice, and even with your field goal unit, you hold them there, and then we have what we call total field goal, where we can get them out there and try to get a kickoff, and usually takes us about 7 seconds. Had there been the time we thought would have been there, we could have clocked it and then made a decision where we're going to try to kick a field goal or throw it in the end zone.
They seem deflated after the game.
Sure, they're hurt. When you invest what these young men invest from week to week, their investment started last December, and I expect the seniors, I got Connor Sella here who had 6 receptions on the day to talk to you. He played a big game, graded out extremely well, and you got to count on those guys to pick the team up and keep them going. And that's what they've done for the 6 games, and I would expect them to continue to be great leaders. Well, yeah, really, they've really got they brought in a young quarterback. We're expecting probably to see both quarterbacks, but they're a solid football team. They got nice skill players. They run extremely well defensively. They were the leading at FCS last year. They averaged 44 points a game, so they've been a very explosive offense. And Coach Simmons done a nice job there recruiting and getting the best out of his young men. Well, really, we haven't really talked about. You do everything week to week, so it hasn't really been discussed yet. I'm sure it will be today. I would think that looking at their rosters, there's going to be a lot of relationships on that team and with our guys, where the enthusiasm by then and us will be quite high. You just see a lot of Houston high schools on that roster, and our guys are going to know them, but we haven't had those conversations yet. We'll have those this afternoon. We've got 6 games left. We've got to get a win. And you know what? And like I said, I know this, we're hungry for a win. Nobody around here is moping. Everybody around here is ready to get that. Everybody's around here is willing to do whatever it takes to get that. There's no mope here. If you watch them play, they're playing with unbelievable effort. We've just got to learn to close out the deal. This is hard on all of us, but there's no mope in this bunch. There's nothing but fight in this bunch.